I know. Took me a good while to take all of this in, too.
The Twilight Realm. Just what am I dealing with here?
Simply put, this is a subdimension, invisible and parallel from the outside world, where only we lesser trophies exist.
Lesser trophies?
Most of us wouldn't look like this had you been around a month ago. Where the creator specifically made the ones from the outside world who we call greater trophies, we had to recreate our physical forms ourselves from scratch. A lot of us didn't even start with a physical form, just a basic sphere of light, like spirits.
And what did you have to do to make yourself as you are now?
We do that by replicating ourselves after one of the greater trophies that matches our form the best, whether it's because we look similar in looks, body type, or the kind of power we use. Then, if your soul was strong enough, you could take that body and gradually shapeshift it to a more accurate appearance. Take me. I started off as a recolor of Ike since he replaced me.
Some, like me, have it a bit easier since I can appear in the outside world as an assist trophy. So, my metamorphosis didn't take too long.
That's what he says, but he was also a recolor of Sonic for a time. Still kinda is, actually.
Sure is scathing to hear that from Marth but with fire.
Guess you got me there.
So that would mean the other assist trophies are here.
Yes. We all just found ourselves here one day, with no idea why we exist on a separate plane like this. We were all confused and hysterical. It took Midna's charisma and vigor to band us all together and start living as a calm civilization. Because of her efforts, we all declared her the Queen of the Twilight Realm. Things were all right for a while, even though the true meaning of our existence was still up in the air. All we could manage to figure out is that assist trophies were able to summon a select few of us to the outside world, albeit temporarily. And this is something we conjured up just recently. Stickers.
Ah, so you were responsible for Mario's boost in power.
That's right. We manifest a bit of our powers in a physical form that greater trophies can equip to their mattresses. In doing that, it artificially increases their powers and sometimes grants them the ability to use one of our trademark techniques.
Of course, there's a catch. Extensive usage of the sticker will drain it over time, until it runs dry and completely vanishes from the trophy's matrix. I failed to let Sonic know this when I gave him one, but since the sticker is temporarily mixed with the trophy's physical makeup, he should be able to feel it getting weaker, so I'm not too worried about it.
Due to this, it's common speculation that we exist here for the greater trophies to draw power from through specific items. That's the only thing that's really clear about this place. And that's what triggered what's been happening around here for some time. There are a lot of us that feel like we've received the short end of the stick, that we don't have it nearly as good as the greater trophies. Here we are, struggling just to create physical bodies for ourselves, while we're just in a strange dimension with no real idea why.
And given our limited interaction with the outside world was simply an outlet of power for the greater trophies, it felt like we only exist to cater to them like slaves. That eventually grew into resentment. Why don't we coexist with them? Why are they so special? Why did the creator waste time with races of Yoshis and Pokemon, when he could have added us?
You don't feel that way, do you, Shadow?
No, of course not. I was just acting the part.
Heh. Well anyways, guys like Shadow and me just couldn't agree with them, so we left Midna's castle.
Why would you leave? To be quite honest, they have every reason to resent the creator.
Believe me, I know how they feel, but I want to think that the creator has some sort of plan for all of us. It's clear that the outside world is incomplete. We've seen that the creator has been constantly adding new locales and such all throughout this month. So, I have this theory that because of what Ganondorf and the previous Peach had done back in Melee, the transfer of the worlds actually happened earlier than it should have.
That's an interesting suggestion. The day rain befell Forside. The whole ordeal with Ganondorf. Both instances had the very stability of Melee in the balance.
Exactly. That's why I want to believe that, with time, we'll be able to coexist with the greater trophies one day.
You're just as strong-hearted as ever, Roy. Or perhaps just foolish.
About time someone here started talking my language.
Oh, if that's how you feel, then why did you leave?
It sounded like a waste of effort. Until he showed up, what they planned to do just sounded ludicrous.
What do you mean?
Midna had theorized that you weren't actually reincarnated as a new trophy, but rather one of us, whose soul managed to invade the outside world and possess your replacement, Lucario.
Can you explain that? You had Lucario under your control for a fairly long time. How are you rejected at this point? Had anything changed over time?
I remember first entering the world of Brawl with a broken heart. I had thought my precious student, my dearest friend, Bowser, had betrayed and killed me. When I heard that Bowser was entering the tournament, I initially joined Ganon's team solely to be able to find him and exact my revenge. Though my allegiance with Ganon began to fade, I still couldn't forgive Bowser. But eventually, I was starting to have my doubts the more times I crossed him. That's when I've had brief moments of losing control of my body.
Wow, I get it! I was thinking that it was just how powerful your soul was in general, seeing as you've recreated your original body the moment you stepped foot in here. But that's not all. It was also how powerful your will was.
So, if one's will is strong enough to surpass a greater trophy's will, you can completely possess their body and force their mind into an indefinite stupor. Ugh. I don't think I want to know how that feels for the greater trophy.
It just sounds wrong. No offense.
But unfortunately, I have to take control of him again. I had failed to let Bowser know what Ganon had planned next, so I must get back to the outside world.
Well, that's why we're bringing you to Midna's castle. Despite what had happened between us, she's still surprisingly hospitable. Maybe she has some ideas for you.
Were you not coming in?
Well, while I said she's still hospitable, it's still a pretty heated debate amongst the citizens. I think we'd just start a fight if we stepped in there, so we'll wait for you out here.
We also don't need to see Midna making passes at this do-gooder again.
Was she really hitting on me before? Because I didn't notice.
I've seen moles in my Chow Garden with better sight than you.
Very well. I shall return soon.
You're sure he will return?
Even if he agrees with how they think, he would favor his own agenda above anything else.
Is our shit done yet? My dogs are barking. Yo, kid, you listening? What? You fell asleep. Hey, get up and suffer with me, Runt.
Huh? Oh, you finally came by to relieve me, Beanpole.
Like a hell, we were both here together.
Pardon me.
What? What you want?
I came here to speak with Queen Midna. Would you happen to know where I may find her here?
What? Who wants to know? Ah, what? What was that for?
Dummy, stop antagonizing the guests. Don't pay him any mind, Mr. Kitty. He doesn't know how to respond to people being polite and stuff.
Mr. Kitty? I want to correct him, but he really looks like a little Bowser. It's so cute.
You know, that's part of being a guard. What makes you think you can trust him so easily?
Oh, I guess your puny brain forgot who I am. I'm the super strong, ultra fearsome, and mega chivalric Prince Bowser Jr., the son of the powerful, the pleasurable, and the respectable King Bowser.
And?
I have a sixth sense, no, seventh sense about things like that, and I'm never wrong.
Whatever.
Son? Is he really?
Well, if you're gonna bother introducing yourself, you might as well introduce the handsome stud right beside you.
And this pantywaist right-hand man wannabe here is Waluigi.
What? Do I have to give you the racket punishment later, you little brat?
Oh, please. I'm way older and maturer now. I ain't scared of no racket.
Almost as if I've never left the outside world.
So, anyway, Mr. Kitty, Queen Midna isn't here at this time. She's off doing something important, but she should be back soon.
I see. Oh, are you tired, little one?
Maybe a little.
Do you have any place to sleep here? I shall take you there.
Wow, wait a minute.
I'd appreciate it, Mr. Kitty.
Ah? Junior, we have strict orders to stay guard here until the next ship's gone by.
Excuse me.
Do what you want. I can keep guard on my own. Waluigi is a big man.
Pleased to hear that. Let us go, child.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that kid the racket one of these days.
Hey! Can you tell me some stories before I go to bed?
Pardon?
You know, about my dad.
Well, aren't you a clever naughty boy?
Can't believe that goober Waluigi couldn't tell that you were Mewtwo. But can ya? Please?
I have so much to do. And yet...
Yay!
Perhaps I can make a small detour.
I'm heading out now. When I give you all the signal, well, you won't miss it.
Bowser may have made the search much easier. I'm beginning to feel some sort of new presence towards the direction of Saffron City. Huh? No. Stop!
Sleep tight, Zelda.
In the sea of despair, I am losing my breath. I drown in eternal sorrow. There's nothing that's able to rescue my heart in this flood of my tears that refuses to stop their flow. Don't ever let the unexpected make you lose sight. I trust in the way you selected. Don't ever lose your light.
imagine that episode was pretty boring because I wasn't in it. Next time, I'll be back at full force. Huh? Liz, get back in a Pokeball or something. You're hogging up my screen time. Next time, her burning ambition. Long live me, the Smash King!